This is King of Review. Here we have to solve an equation with three natural logs. Ln stands for natural log, and a natural log is a way to write a log with base e. So when we write ln x, we mean log base e of x. Now before we work on solving this equation, let's remember that logs have certain rules. In particular, if we have a log base b of some number x, we need x to be greater than 0. Since our problem has ln of x, that means we know that x has to be greater than 0. So here's one thing that must be true, so that when we plug that into ln of x, we have a positive number inside the log. We have another log on the left side of the equation, where the piece inside the log is x squared minus 4, and that also must be greater than 0. Solving this inequality, we get x squared is greater than 4. When we take the square root of both sides, we could get 2 or negative 2 for the square root of 4. So this tells us that either x is bigger than 2 or less than negative 2. Since when you change positives to negatives in an inequality, we flip the inequality sign. So one of these two things must also be true. Well, hang on. We knew that x had to be greater than 0 from the other natural log in the problem, which means x cannot be less than negative 2, because that would not give us a number that's also greater than 0. So now we know that x has to be greater than 2 and greater than 0, but of course if x is greater than 2, it's already going to be greater than 0. So we don't need to worry about x being greater than 0, we just need to make sure x is greater than 2. And that will satisfy all of these requirements. Now let's actually try to find the solution by looking at this logarithmic equation. It would be nice if we could combine the two logs on the right side of the equation into one, so that both sides just have one natural log. And we can do that with a nice property of logs that says, if you have the log base b of x plus a log with the same base of y, we can combine those into a single log base b of x times y. Using that property on the right side of our equation turns this equation into ln of x squared minus 4 equals ln of x times 3, or just 3x. Now we can essentially cancel out the two natural logs, leaving us with x squared minus 4 equals 3x. Solving equations where the highest exponent is 2 is usually easier if we have 0 on one side of the equation. So if we subtract 3x on both sides, we will have it equal to 0. Now I believe this left side can be factored. And let's see, if we make this x minus 4 times x plus 1, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4, and negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. So this means we have two possible solutions. Either x minus 4 is equal to 0, or x plus 1 is equal to 0, which tells us that either x is 4 or x is negative 1. But remember, we know that x has to be greater than 2 to give us a proper number to plug into our two logs. Negative 1 is clearly not bigger than 2, but 4 is. So 4 is the only solution that fits our equation. So that's it. Thanks for watching.